Welcome, guys, to a new episode of Rich and Rich FC. I'm your host, Rich, with my co-host, Rich. Rich, how's it going?
And it's going good, bro. It's a lot of exciting games
Yes,
this
sir.
week, so I'm just ready to talk about it. How's everything with you, man? How you
Man,
feel?
good. It's good. It's good. I'm just sad, my boys got beat, but
Yeah,
hey,
how you about
it is
Chelsea?
what it is.
Feeling good about Chelsea now, world champs?
Oh, we'll be back. We'll be back.
F del Mundo.
Man, it's all right. It's all right. We're still world champions, so it's all right. But it's a hard thing to go to buy-in and win. But when you have players giving up free goals and stuff, it happens. But whatever, we'll get into it later on. We're gonna start the week off with Champions League games. We had a round one go off very nice. We had a lot of good games, a lot of goals. Um, you know, Mostly the results were all expected. There were no surprises. So, let's go through them and see how it went.
Yeah,
So first off, we go with Arsenal, who played Bilbao. It was a late win for Arsenal. Eze Madueke and Gyökeres started. However, it took Martinelli and Trossard to take off Gyökeres and Eze for them to kick on their scoring spree. And lucky enough, both sides got goals. Do you think Arteta got it right in putting Eze and Gyökeres and Madueke to start?
yeah, of course you got it right. It's a team sport, so that's why you have these top players also on the bench that can come and shine every once in a while. So if you have aspirations to win a goal, you need super subs. So as long as you're not losing, you got it right. Even if you're losing and you win, you can turn it around. But in my view, the someone like Martinelli, and he came over the 30 seconds with his speed, obviously. Obviously, we know he's low on confidence, but that should help him and maybe help get back to the Martinelli who was rampant when he started out at Arsenal. But now, there's loads of competition, and that's what's going to help everybody stay on edge. You can't just be doing the bare minimum. So, yeah, overall, they got it right. Arsenal was to win. They won 2-0 comfortably. The subs came on and made a big difference. So,
So
spot on.
looking at how they play, think you got a chance to go all the way?
Every game is different, right? So the knockout round, don't worry too much about how you win. Just get to the next stage. So it's just about, you know, winning the games you're supposed to. So of course they're one of the favorites. They're one of the better teams in Champions League.
Okay. Well, let's move on. There's a lot of games here. Now, another game that had goals, and lots of them, was Juventus versus Dortmund. 4-4, again for Juve, scoring 4 goals, so needed 4 goals to get a tie. The last game that had 4 goals, they won against Inter. But today, 4 wasn't enough to secure the win. What do you think about Juve this year?
Yeah, obviously it's not normal. It's not the Italian team. It was four goals and allowed 43 goals per game. So um I'm not sure who their coach is at the moment. If it's what's the coach's name? I mean
Um,
that
Not
it's
sure actually. Let me see.
yeah, it should be like the old coach that they had before. Um
Allegri,
no, Allegri's at AC Milan. So yeah, I mean they have new coaching. Maybe
Zanetti, Pablo
the next
Zanetti. Yeah,
okay. Well, there you go. It seems like they changed.
actually, it's not. It's Igor Tudor. Zanetti is Verona.
Okay, got you. So it seems like
Yeah.
you guys had a change of, playing style because
Yeah.
before we know just 1-0 and defend and win. But now, I mean, they're for scoring goals, which doesn't guarantee you wins. But hey, at least they're exciting to watch. So I'm with it.
And they're unbeaten this season. They beat Parma 2-0, even the red card. They beat Genoa 1-0 and beat Inter 4-3. So it seems like they're on a hot streak right now. And they just tied Dortmund 4-4. So it seems like they are on an up and up this season. Can they
Yeah,
want to challenge, or this
no, no, no,
open game of theirs is not gonna last?
no, it's not gonna last. It's not logical to be playing people for in soccer. It's nice to watch for the neutral fans, but they're not the favorites. So I mean, do what they do, and it's a good watch for the neutrals, obviously. But
Yeah.
I don't see far in the competition.
Right.
And I do want Turkish kid, the Yildiz.
Um,
He's
he's hot.
he's yeah, he's been going rampant.
Yeah.
See our potentials over that kid in the future. Maybe he gets a big time move to a big club at the end of the season. To be honest,
Yeah. Juve rejected a big money offer from Chelsea this summer for him. It said that Chelsea want to go back in for him again in January, but we'll see. Right now, he's showing that he's worth the big money that they want. But let's see how that lasts. Dortmund, what you gotta say for them?
Dortmund is Dortmund. You expect to
Same old, huh?
same old. They're a good team to watch, but they're not going anywhere. To be honest, every once in a while they'll go on a run and get to the finals, but even that they're not favorites. So. And they always retooling, rebuilding, bringing on new, fresher young kids. So, I mean, they're Dortmund, so same old Dortmund.
All right, next up we had Benfica take a car bag. Surprising surprise. Benfica lost. That was an upset.
Yes. So I wouldn't say it's a surprise. Benfica has been in poor form, even in their league. So I think
Losing
it's,
to car bag though.
hey, when it rains, it pours, man. So, they're low on confidence, and that's what ultimately got the coach sacked. So,
Yeah.
you know, low on confidence, and any team can beat you when you're low on confidence. Confidence helps out a lot. So shout out to Karabag. Obviously they still had to come back, it's not like they were winning. They actually were losing and somehow came back. So that says a lot
Yeah.
more Benfica at the moment. So don't play with any teams. That's what I'll say.
And that loss got the coach sacked. And guess who's back after
Yes,
so many years? Jose Mourinho.
yes, yes, yes.
Mourinho's
Especially
back.
we don't know if he'll last though, because he always have problems.
I mean, for him to come, for them to bring him back, sure it's gonna last. And guess what?
But nothing lasts forever, man.
Mourinho's comeback is an actual comeback because he goes back to Stamford Bridge in his next Champions League game against Chelsea. So let's see how that reunion goes. Before that, he has 3 games. So let's see how Mourinho gets on before he goes back to Stamford Bridge.
Mhm.
Next up, we have Madrid, Marseille. Very
Tri-
controversial game where we had a little bit controversy over the goal, over the first PK that Madrid got.
Big controversy.
Yeah, Madrid got a red card early on in Carvajal, giving the defender a headbutt, red light one, but hey, you don't do that. He's good and experienced enough not to do that, but yet he did it anyway. Got his sent off, but Madrid got a handball. No, Madrid won a handball in opposition box. Very controversial. Mbappe secured the goal. What do you think?
Yeah, obviously the most controversial part of the game is that handball. And did the person touch the ball? Yes, he touched the ball. Is it an unnatural position? That's where, the rules of soccer kind of gets complicated.
Yeah.
The guy slide and then he literally he put his hand on the ground, but at the same time, it's like it's off the ground, but it's not off the ground.
Yeah,
So
he can slide in motion. I mean,
yes,
there's no way. To me, it's a handball, but because the ball did hit the hand, but
And
it shouldn't be a PK.
okay, so I would say like the intention, you would say maybe it's not a handball, but
It's a
when
natural position,
once you touch the ball, you give the referee a decision to make.
right?
So, brother, don't slide.
No, but in a sliding tackle, that's in the way his hand was positioned. It's natural position. He can
This
slide with your hand in the back.
okay, I'm not coming from a neutral point of view. I'm coming from the perspective of a fan who supports it. Don't slide.
I get
uh,
it.
Don't slide.
What do you mean don't slide? You actually won the ball. He actually won the ball. It was just unfortunate that his strolling hand in a natural position touched the
Brother,
ball.
stay up. Don't slide. Let him cut back and shoot. Maybe he'll even sky it over the net.
No. He's not taking that chance. It's
Okay,
not it's not someone like Sesko or Yokeres or Jackson to sky. No. It's Vinny. I'm not letting Vinny shoot.
okay. What I would say is it a PK? If you look at the video and the slow motion, you say, okay, you have a decision to make as a referee, and it could be or could not be. But since you touched it, he made the referee's decision a lot more easier. So it just goes back to the interpretation of the handball rule. And if you're sliding and you touch the ball, is that considered a handball or not? And in this case, the referee said yes. So
That
it
was
could be.
who knows the handball rule.
But again, let's say if you're a Marseille fan, it's not a handball. If you're a Real Madrid fan, handball. That's what I'll say.
No. I think that's too easy. It's not that easy. Because
Okay,
you're taking a lot of things out of it. Because
okay. So if they gave the penalty to Chelsea, would you be against it?
yes,
Uh,
because it's not a handball. But as a happy fan, I'd be like, hey, it is what it is. He made
It
his
is
decision.
it is what it is. And anyway, they did get a red card awarded to them for that silly um headbutt by Hall, who's an experienced veteran who should have never done it. But the goalkeeper baited him in, and he took the bait. And he definitely baited him in, and he took the bait. So the dark side of soccer is also working. So to me, it kind of offsets
So you
because
think it's fair. So you're
yeah,
saying the referee
look
gave,
what look what
gave the PK because he made a mistake on the Carvajal decision?
the referee didn't make a mistake on the Hall red card. It's a red card. That's not debatable. Um, what I'm saying is karma, because the goalkeeper literally baited him up. And basically,
Karma.
he
Wow.
he knew what he wanted Carvajal to do. So he baited him like a child. And Carvajal, for all his experience, fell for it. And he kind of gave him a little nudge. And that's not enough to like, make you fall down and, act like you're in. So that's what I'll say to that. So it's kind of like a bit of karma, good and bad. They gave you something good, and then they gave you something bad because you kind of cheated. It's low key cheating when you do that type of behavior. To me,
I mean,
smart.
you gave him something to act on.
Yes, it's smart if you're a Marseille fan because you're like this goalkeeper really like. But is it honorable? Let's talk about honor. Is that an honorable way to
I
kind of?
mean,
No,
honorable, no.
you're trying to
But
cheat.
hey, you gotta be professional. Better not take the bait. He took the bait.
It's like talking shit to somebody, right? You talk shit to somebody and you say you want to fight them, and when they touch you, you go and call the police on them. That's what basically happened. You ask for it,
You
they
don't
give
have to
it.
take the bait.
Okay, I see.
But
I agree with the red card, but I once again, the PK is let's say it's the PK was
soft.
very soft. So,
Hey,
but gave the referee a decision that he shouldn't have. And I say, don't slide, my brother. Stay up.
now I think the handball rule should be revised by soccer professionals because
Got you.
seems like the rule was made with seems to have been made without with by people who don't have soccer knowledge because how do you slide without your hand moving because you can't slide with your hand close to your body. You
Yeah,
can even when you're jumping, you can jump with your hand by your side.
yeah. I agree with you. Just the how he slid and then how his hand kind of came up is what made it weird for the referee because it's like he slid right and his hand elbow was on the ground, but his hand was also like up. And then his actual hand, not uh like his actual like fingers touched the ball. Like his from his shoulder down was the part that's like touching the ball, and so it's kind of like whatever, you know. So the referee made the decision and gave the PK, and I said it's karma because the goes back, yeah. But
Well,
anyway,
let's
our boy
let's
Mbappe,
see. Hopefully, they'll watch this video and decide to revise the rules, but we'll
shout
never.
out, shout out to Mbappe, man. He's been scoring goals for fun,
Mbappe's
man.
hot. Mbappe's
And
hot. I'm not gonna lie.
the boy is
He's on, like we said last episode, he's on track for Ballon d'Or.
more Fuego, very hot form at the moment.
So hopefully he continues against Espanyol this weekend.
Ah,
So if you want to make some money, put your money on Mbappe to score a
so
goal.
you can't scoring goals, man. The odds are even against him because they know
You gotta make a parlay out of it at this point.
it's like a 2-1 for him to score goals because every game he scores, the odds go down for him to score. So
Right?
it's actually
Hey, money is money. So hey.
now he scores 2 goals.
Hmm?
That's how good he
It's,
is.
it's Espanyol, so you never know.
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
know.
Next up, we had PSG take on Atalanta, Champions League champions. They beat
Yes.
them 4-0. It wasn't even a fair game. Enrique decided to employ new tactics. He doesn't stand by the sidelines anymore. He goes up in the booth to see what's going on from up high.
Mm.
What do you think about that tactic? Those coaching tactics?
When you're winning, you can do this type of stuff. Once you're losing, then you see if somebody will allow you to go in the booth. Right now, PSG is the hardest team. Luis Enrique is one of the best coaches in the world, if not the best coaches. So he can do whatever he wants, and nobody will kind of. He's starting to get the Pep aura or Pep status that Pep kind of lost. So
Yeah.
right now, Enrique is one of the best coach, if not number one in the world. So he can do whatever he wants, and his team is backing him, man. The team is backing him. Other than Bakula, but that Bakula guy, I don't know about that guy, but
Hey, he scored some beautiful goals though.
he missed some. He can do a lot of good stuff, but he can miss some easy goals, and sometimes
Yes.
just thinking, what's in his brain?
That's football. He's basically like the Nico Jackson of PSG.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree.
He can do a lot of difficult stuff.
Yeah,
The simple stuff, he will
I think
mess up.
that dribble like 4 people dribble the goalkeeper and still miss because of lack of composure.
Yeah.
And he'll 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and miss. But then he'll like do some crazy thing and score. And you're like, how can you score this goal, but you can't score simple tap in or simple goal? It just makes sense,
But if he's young, he'll
you know,
grow out of it.
right now PSG has so much talent, and you know,
And the
so
feeling is out.
I don't think we can grow out of that stuff. Because you remember, Bakula was the starter before Due, and
Yeah.
then Due took the spot from him because he's inconsistent. That's what I'd say about
Bakula was dropped for Due because of the work rate. Due
you know,
has
Due is more clinical. I wouldn't say the work rate. Due is much more clinical than Bakula. That's what
clinical, yes, but Due will drop. Due
no,
doesn't work. Which
no,
Enrique, that's like that.
I wouldn't say that because all of them do that at PSG, even in Dembele. There's nobody at PSG that's like a star that gets like the star like treatment. That's what I'll say. Even though is the 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 star player, he's pressing from the front, so the rest of them can be like, I ain't pressing, I'm not working. So that's what I'll say.
Hey,
What I'll say is I've seen And I've seen that guy miss a lot of goals that he should have scored compared to Dewey. So Dewey's more clinical and more consistent with his finishing and assisting, where Buckler can be kind of like do some stuff and be like, damn. So that's why, yeah.
Yeah. But what do you think PSG can win it again?
Man, it's hard to win it again. It's hard to run it back. They're one of the favorites, but don't get it twisted. You don't just win Champions League and then you go back and do it. I know Madrid have done it in the past, but it's not normal.
So between PSG and Arsenal, what's a better chance?
Well, Arsenal has never won it, so that alone says a lot. So I'll say PSG has a better chance, but it's too early. Just too early. You have to wait till the knockout rounds. Then you have to account for injuries. You have to account for form.
Like, that's
So
why
and
we make these predictions to see.
yeah, but keep in mind you also lost Donnarumma. So I don't know about this new goalkeeper. I know he was saving some PKs and he looks good and he's primed to be the next French goalkeeper. But
Huh?
and
Shavan.
there
Yeah.
new players, so and when the big games come, bro, people can get tired or scared. So
All
uh,
right. Now
it's just
speaking about favorites,
yeah,
Liverpool.
Liverpool, yes, yes.
They took on Atletico Madrid, Simeone's team,
Mhm.
and you know, they left it late again. Again
Yeah.
and again and again, they left it late.
Mhm.
3-2, late Van Dijk header to win it. What do you
Yeah,
think? Think they'll be favorites this year?
they're one of the favorites. So one thing about Liverpool is it's fairly new team. Not 19, it's also like a new team. There's lots of new players who still have to adjust, and they keep winning. So well, you can say whatever, but when a team keeps winning, I mean that's a good thing. So that's what I'll say about that. Um, and they're leaving it late, but they keep winning. So that's what I'll say.
Sustainable. Is it gonna last?
You don't want to be winning games like that all the time, obviously, but I mean, what's his name? They were winning 2-0 and they let them come back. So that's some things that they have to fix defensively. But obviously, Atletico Llorente had a good match and he seems to have a good match against Liverpool every time.
Yeah.
So well, we can just say maybe the other team had a player who likes playing against Liverpool. So, but Liverpool's one of their favorites. The Isak came and played and he looks good for his first
Like I
game.
said he would. Like I
Yeah,
said, he was gonna play in the Champions League, and he played.
yeah. So he's looking good. He has to get up to speed and get in form, and he'll contribute as well. So, they have the players to win. They have the players to win. They're deep. Offensively, they're deep. So. That helps out in terms of injury concerns and things of that nature. And they have a good coach. So those are the things that you need. You need a good coach. You need some depth. And you need star players, and they have all three. So they have a great chance to win the Champions League as well.
Okay. Now, the return of the vagabond. Hmm. Barca went to Newcastle, St. James's Park, and took on Newcastle. Rashford decided to take it upon himself and score 2 goals.
Mhm.
Two beautiful goals. Gordon
Yes.
Gordon started and got one late, but couldn't get the equalizer. So Barca won 2-1 without Lamine Yamal. What do you think?
Yeah, overall, a nice game to watch. Obviously, Barca is Barca. They're supposed to win against Newcastle. And what I would say, it's kind of ironic. Um, Ironic in the sense that Rashford is the game winner with all the criticism that he received in England. But that goes back, to kind of tell you, it's your environment makes a difference, right? So obviously, he's in a better environment, playing with better players. So you get to show your attributes more or less. So uh, kudos to kudos to Rashford for stepping up to the plate, especially with Alameen, to kind of lead the attack for Barcelona. And I would say Newcastle too. They had a pretty good game plan, but obviously they don't have the quality, and that goes back to you see somebody like Alanga. If that's Isak, Isak is scoring a goal in that game. People like Alanga and Walter Made these boys they're nice, but they're not him. See, like somebody like Isak, this is the game that Newcastle people need somebody like Isak. That's why they don't want to let him go. Because even though they got the money, the ultimate guy is not on par with Isak. And there's a fear, healthy fear that, these top strikers give to defenses that will allow your team to also push up. And then instead of people like Alanga and taking missing chances. You have people like Isak making a chance. So, but overall, a nice game to watch. But big ups to Marcus. Obviously, there's pressure on him, and hopefully, he can maintain his quality. I don't think people say he's a bad player. Just his quality. He doesn't. He's not consistent. So he needs to be consistent. You know.
But then Nick did not start, right? It was Gordon that started through the middle, Alonga and Barnes on the side.
Why do
Now,
you think? Why do you think he didn't start?
because it's a new player, they're trying to protect him,
I,
stuff like that. So I think they didn't start him because he's young. Uh,
no, no, he started in the league. So don't give me that he.
no, but they didn't have in the league. Gordon was suspended,
Oh,
so
so it was more of like a tactical thing to me. They wanted to use speed because of Barca's high line.
right.
So that's what they wanted to do with Gordon and Elanga, kind of. And that's a good tactic to have. So it's also like a lack of trust to me from the manager. Like, oh, he should have started. There's no way he shouldn't have started. Uh, you can't tell me you bought this guy for 70 million and you're gonna start Elanga and
Oh,
Gordon over.
I
Nah.
mean,
What are
they
you
have,
protecting? You're gonna lose. You know you're gonna lose. So what are you protecting him from? He scored in the league, so obviously
confidence.
he scored in the league. So actually, obviously, he actually won a game for you. So you
Yeah.
should have confidence. He should be the most confident in your striking department at the moment. When last have you seen, other than the last game, the actual game when last have you seen Gordon or Elanga even score?
Well,
If those boys are your fantasy teams for goals and assists, you'll even get rid of them.
yeah, I do have a Langa in my team, so hey,
He doesn't,
he
has
didn't
he
have a
scored?
good game though. He
Has he
didn't
even
score. He
Giannis?
didn't. He didn't score. However,
Has
he
he scored for Newcastle?
not yet, not yet.
Who will score first? Isak or Laga?
I'll say Isak because he plays in a better team.
I could say the next game Isak will score.
It's possible.
Very
I totally
possible.
know. No, he's not scoring in this game because it's a derby. He won't have it that easy.
It's gonna surprise you, bro.
But hey, let's see. Hopefully he does. I hope not, but hopefully he does. Now,
Let's
next
see.
up, we have Man City taking on Napoli.
Ooh,
De Bruyne back at the Etihad, but was short-lived. They got a red card, and Conte decided to take off De Bruyne. You know,
mhm.
but in all, Man City won 2-0.
Um,
Haaland got his 50th Champions League goal. Doku doing great things now. His goal was very impressive. That quick turn, quick speed, slide through the goalkeeper's legs. That was beautiful to watch. You think Pep team is now back to what they were, or just a matter of two fluke wins, let me say.
I wouldn't say fluke wins, but obviously it helps if you're playing United, and it helps if you're playing Napoli with a man up. So I mean, they did what they did. They're supposed to win those games, but obviously they have more to prove. Holland is doing what Holland is doing, but anytime you're competing against Man U, you should win. Even Burnley were competing with them, so doesn't say much. And obviously Napoli went down, man. Obviously Man City's the better team if you're comparing Napoli to. So they did what they're supposed to do. Nice goals from Holland. obviously Haaland is doing what Haaland's doing, so he's in form.
Okay. Um, that's over Champions League. Next week, next round, we'll have a lot of good games and we'll be back to talk about them. But for now, let's switch up to Premier League action, Matchweek 5. We have a lot of good games and we have a derby again. The Merseyside derby with Liverpool taking on Everton. Everton has been good of late. Grealish has been on form. Drewsbury Hall is playing well. David Moyes is doing really good at Everton. How do you think that game is gonna go? Do you think Everton will stop Liverpool's winning streak or Liverpool just run riot?
Yeah, I wouldn't say riot, but if you're betting, put your money on Liverpool. It reminds you of when Bayern Leverkusen were winning all those games a couple of years ago and they went undefeated. So Liverpool should win. By how much? You never know because Liverpool's on and off. But what you can say is they find a way to win.
I think Liverpool will their luck will run out this weekend. 'Cause all their games they've been living it late. And one thing we know about Everton, they can give them a challenge, They can maybe they can score as many goals or have as many chances, but with Grealish now, he's creating giving a lot of defenders issues. Szoboszlai not being a natural defender, he might have a lot to handle this weekend. And I think that's where your issues will come from. But
Bradley and Frimpong are back, so Szoboszlai is back in the mid.
okay, with that maybe, but even that, Frimpong is not. Frimpong is another Trent without the passing range. He's like
I think you're trying to find a way to convince yourself that Everton.
No. I'm not saying Everton will win. I'm saying Everton will give them a difficult match.
Well, it's a derby.
If they keep it late, they might not get the win.
It's a derby, and so far from what I'm seeing, Liverpool likes to win late. So even if it goes to the last 30 seconds, Liverpool.
Well, I doubt it, but let's see. Next up, we have West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Graham Potter's job is on the line at this point. If he doesn't get results, I think they're gonna give him the sack. What do you think? Think Paqueta and the boys will save him or no?
They're gonna save him. They keep losing every week. How are they gonna save him?
Boy Bowen is not gonna save him?
I think the last game someone got a red card. And they lost.
Yeah.
It just everything is one of those things where anything that can go wrong goes wrong. So at the moment, it just once again when the rains are pours, and Crystal Palace is pretty solid, bro. So I don't know. Pray for all seems pray for West Ham.
All right, Graham Potter, he's in our prayers. Hopefully, you get the win. Paqueta and Bowen do a good job. But hey, next up, another manager in trouble, taking up a very good promotion side in Sunderland. Sunderland will be hosting Villa. What do you think? Villa not looking good
at all. Not looking good. I don't know if they've scored a goal. So it's not looking good at all. And Sunderland is one of the better teams.
They have place, so
they have Zaka. They have a couple nice players. They seem to be getting the results they need to stay in the top flight. So it's going to be challenging.
You're right. Villa hasn't scored a goal, so
yeah, and you can't win without scoring.
They've conceded 4 goals but haven't scored a goal. So,
and we all know you can't win without scoring. So something's got to change.
Yeah. Hopefully. So who do you have on that game?
I have a draw. But if I
draw, would that save his job or no?
If I have to, I think what's his name? Emery. He's had some.
Emery?
He's done enough. Yeah, he has some he's done enough good where they'll give him some time. to figure it out.
Okay. Next up, we have Manchester United at Old Trafford hosting Chelsea and Garnacho. What do you think?
The moment.
And,
Yeah, that's it.
and in today's press conference, Enzo Maresca mentioned Garnacho looks good and he might start. So what do you think with that in mind?
So I don't know what type of relationship also Maresca have with Garnacho, but it seems like he likes him more than Chelsea fans like Garnacho at the moment. So that's what I'll say. But I mean, Chelsea are favorites.
Okay.
You keep doing the same things that allow them to lose games. So I don't see, you know, if you're doing the same things that you've been doing to lose, what's gonna change the next game? So
Right. Then last game of the week, we have Arsenal hosting Man City. Who you got? Pep.
big game, big game, big game. Definitely
They
a big
both
game.
won this week, so midweek. So who you got?
I mean, I have Arsenal to win.
Arsenal to win
Arsenal to win or draw, to be honest. I think the thing was
or not?
close game, very close game. Maybe 1-0, maybe tie. Most likely a tie, but I think Arsenal defenders will deal with Holland way better than other defenders deal with him. Um, and then Arsenal's midfield can compete with City. So it just comes down to Arsenal's offense getting chances at City, which we know that, good teams can get at City. So I think
Yeah, and Gabriel will hold
Arsenal,
up Holland.
sorry.
Mascara and Haaland will hold up Holland.
Yeah, Mascara is actually better than what people are giving him credit for, to be honest.
I've heard
Um,
he's better than Saliba.
he came in the Liverpool game and he didn't miss a beat. Maybe he had like one or two shaky passes, but overall he was solid. Gabriel looks good in the back. He's solid too. He competes well against Haaland. They have a little beef. And then
Mhm.
Fleury and Timber, those boys are solid back there. You need like special goals to beat Arsenal. It's not like they're giving up, goals where, yeah. So Arsenal's defense solid, bro. So I might even give the edge to Arsenal because we have questions about City's defense, more or less. And Arsenal offense. Nunu Madueke, shout out to him, man. Since Saka's been out, he seems to be picking up and he's going at defenders. And he should have a good time going against those fullbacks at City. So I'll give it.
Well, that I think City will win, but I don't know. It might be a close game. But I don't see Arsenal winning with City picking up steam, picking up form. Even the formation has changed for City now, playing that 4-1-4-1 with Rodri in the holding midfield position, meaning that they have range to go forward. Reinders is kind of Valverde type of player, can go back and forth, but let's see. Hopefully it's a trailer for us to enjoy and, us neutrals will enjoy it. And we'll be here to talk about it next week. So that's all we have for you guys this week. And on this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. We see you guys next time. Peace.
Ciao, ciao.